A psychotic-looking detective adventure is heading to the Nintendo Switch and PC, and it's caught a lot of gamers' attention. And an intriguing open-world adventure is coming to PC this September, and that's not even the biggest news of the week. Hello everyone, I'm Old Gamer Joe, and this is the I Dream of Indie Games Weekly News Rundown. Indie game news is pretty rare out there, so I've dedicated a show to it because I'm absolutely crazy and I love indies. Hopefully you do too. If you do happen to love indies as much as I do, well then consider heading over to patreon.com/idreamofindiegames where you can gain Discord access and more amazing perks. Like and subscribe so you don't miss a minute of indie gaming goodness, and head over to twitch.tv/idreamofindiegames where we live stream every Thursday. Your new indie gaming community is waiting for you. Alright then, our first story this week comes from Shueisha Games, who have announced two fascinating indies that are turning heads. The Tokyo-based publisher unveiled Urban Myth Dissolution Center, how's that for a title, and Opus Prism Peak. This should be interesting. Urban Myth Dissolution Center will be a single-player detective mystery developed by Hakababunko and will initially launch on Switch and PC. Players will control Azami Fukurai, who is in charge of the main facility featured in the game. However, Azami has supernatural powers which allow her to see human emotions and read minds through her powerful lenses. The game will offer plenty of chilling scares, puzzles, and a lovely art style that should have mystery fans excited to strap on their detective caps. Opus Prism Peak will also be a single-player experience and is the fourth game within the Opus series. The first for me though, I'm not too familiar with it. This is yet another detective mystery title. Prism Peak is being developed by Sigono and will explore more heavy-handed emotional subjects like love, loss, and greed. Players will control an unlucky photographer who gets sucked into a mysterious world. Your camera is going to play a big role in the overall story, as the pictures you snap will reveal more and more of the secrets you may or may not want to discover. No concrete release date for either title yet, but Steam pages are live, so they can both be tossed onto your wishlist. Next story. As someone who loves co-op RPGs, this piece of news got me very excited. Developer Time C Studio has launched a Kickstarter campaign for Infinity Knights Cross, a great-looking RPG inspired by classics like Secret of Mana and the Dark Cloud franchise. Those names should send chills down your spine. Hell, the game will even feature music from Hiroki Kakuta, who has worked on Secret of Mana in the past, as well as Indivisible. With a goal of raising a little over $36,000, rewards will include an early demo build or two, help in the game's design, a copy of the soundtrack, and so much more. Looking to launch on Steam, PS5, and Switch next year, Infinity Knights will offer 3-player couch co-op. That's music to my ears. A strategic combat system will also be implemented, and tons of optional quests will be available for players outside of the main storyline. Check out the trailer in the link below, which, by the way, will have links to all of the games featured today in the description box. School's back in session for console gamers. Let's School is coming to the Nintendo Switch alongside Xbox and PlayStation platforms on July 16th. Coming to us from PM Studios and Palia Games, Let's School was a massive hit on Steam, achieving over 200,000 players. But I don't know about you, I couldn't wait to get out of school. Either way, you're in charge of day-to-day school operations in this title, and that's not just taking care of the kids, as you'll actively be involved in the business side of things as well. I already run a business, ugh. Who gets to keep their job? What will you be teaching? Decide everything, and no playing favorites. That happened too much in my school. Despite not being my usual genre of choice, Let's School does look quite fun, and I'm glad console players will now be able to attend class. So don't flunk out on this one. Palia fans, it's getting hot out there, and things are heating up in the world of Palia 2, as the Bloomin' Bounties update is live right now. Bloomin' Bounties, ooh, I like that name. Unlock the black market, spin the prize wheel, and enjoy new buffness options. Gosh, I wish there was a buffness option for me that didn't involve working out. I sure wish I could grow furniture too, with how expensive everything costs nowadays. But that's not all. There are new materials in this update, a home tour board to help keep track of things, and pirate decor. Arr! Oh, and it has a dragon too. Weird. So get to work, Palians, and enjoy this ambitious update today. Have any of you all been paying attention to Prime Gaming on Amazon? Well, this might perk your ears up a little bit. Blast Brigade versus the Evil Legion of Dr. Creed is coming to the service. And no, it's C-R-E-A-D, not the butt rock dad band Creed, C-R-E-E-D. This is a colorful, cartoony Metroidvania. The game heavily borrows from the 80s in its aesthetic and allows you to play as 4 different characters as you solve puzzles, blast down foes, foes and defeat Dr. Creed by any means necessary. The game features a giant Metroidvania map, huge bosses, and over 20 hours of gameplay. So Amazon gaming fans, consider jumping in as it's available now. And don't flame me down below, Creed fans. I actually like a few songs. It's a guilty pleasure, okay? Story number 6. Oh yeah, this is a good one. I used to play a ton of Phantom Breaker back in the day. Yes, the adorable anime brawler with fighting game elements returns. Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds Ultimate is heading to the PC and all major consoles from Rocket Panda Games. They've made it a priority to get the game on every possible platform, and it will feature improved gameplay through Unreal Engine 5, online and versus play with up to 8 players, and the ability to play as the villains too. There's also going to be a remastered soundtrack from the Phantom Breakers, and as far as I can tell, the original soundtrack will still be accessible too. But if I'm wrong about that, well then shit, because it was pretty good. So if you missed out the first time, be sure to add this addicting little arcade brawler to your wish list at the least. The full release is set for February of 2025. A little bit of a wait, but not too bad. Time flies these days. A self-proclaimed cozy cowboy adventure life sim was announced by Platonic Games called Cattle Country. With an adorable pixel art style, you'll find plenty of what you've come to expect out of a cozy release. Fishing? Get your hooks ready. Crafting? You know it. But what about the Wild West elements, where you'll raise cattle and protect them, or drive away bandits and stop criminals in their tracks? It's a unique idea and something a little bit different for the cozy genre. The Steam page is live now if you already would like to wishlist this title, but no exact release date has been announced just yet. More good news for BUSTAFELLOWS fans, as Nippon Cultural and P-Cube have revealed plans for Season 2 of the crime-based visual novel. Heading to the Switch and PC next year, Season 2 will have more routes for players to choose between, an improved flowchart system, improved artwork and voice acting, along with tons of extras. Scheduled for 2025, you'll have plenty of time to play the original game if you missed out. And our next story, Steam announced a brand new feature that you can take advantage of right now if you enter the beta. And it's one I'm really excited about as a content creator. A lot of potential here. Steam Game Recording has entered beta. Now you'll be able to capture and clip as much gameplay as you wish without the need for third-party software or using Shadowplay, which in my experience can be a little unreliable lately, sadly. Too bad, it was my go-to. By entering the beta mode, you'll be able to use the F11 hotkey to start recording your gameplay at any time. But that's not all. Users can also clip the parts that they wish to export, which trims a lot of the fat, whether you're working on a big video project or you want to send a cool clip to your friend. Steam is a little behind on this one, and I'm a bit surprised it's taken so long, but hopefully the recording feature will offer a great solution for gamers looking to capture footage and will continue to improve. First-person shooter Trepang2, a fan favorite in the iDream of Indie Games community, will be receiving a brand new DLC on July 25th. This DLC will be called Blade Kisser, and it features brand new areas for players to explore, along with some badass looking sword combat. It's not just about the sword though, there's also a machine gun being added and a revolver. Plus, you'll get 2 new side missions and 9 combat maps. Loyal Trepang2 fans will want to be sure to grab this update, and the game is also on sale. We have a big Steam Next Fest video up right now. Check out that as well. Now it's time to take a trip back to 2010 with our old pals Sam and Max. Sam and Max The Devil's Playhouse is returning, marking the final installment in the Telltale trilogy. The game will feature new lighting and lip sync, along with other nice refinements to bring it up to modern times. There's also more accessibility options than ever before. As someone who owned the trilogy previously, I have no issue buying it again. They're really fun games. And as I alluded to a few stories ago, it's that time of the year again, folks. The best time to be a gamer. That's right, the Steam Summer Sale has begun. This year's offerings will run from the 27th of June, which means they've already started, all the way until July 11th. Your wish list should be lighting up with insane deals as we speak, and of course, iDream of Indie Games has you covered, as we've already released a huge list of some of our favorite deals during the sale. Link, like everything else, in the description box below. 20 awesome games worth picking up. So have fun and spend responsibly. You don't want to add to that endless backlog just for the sake of it. As for what was featured on iDream of Indie Games this week, we have a ton of new videos for you to enjoy. Our latest episode of Upcoming Indies with the lovely gamer ghoulfriend is live now, and as always, Patreon members get that show early and ad and sponsor free. So if you're yet to check that out and worried you missed out on one of the best indie releases of the week, just go ahead and check the video out, and you'll be all caught up on everything indie. We also had a review from yours truly of the classic Riven, which has been built from the ground up with new 3D graphics and full movement. Fans of the Myst series won't want to miss that video, again, linked below. The emotional narrative adventure Until Then also received the review treatment from Barely Magic Mike. Did this heart-wrenching tale win the elusive golden genie lamp of approval? You'll just have to watch the video to find out. And have you been looking for some open world indie games to play? Well, good news there, because Acid Catfish has you covered in a top 7 list featuring some of his favorites in the genre. There are some pretty deep cuts on that particular list, and even a few games that are currently on sale, so take advantage and enjoy that. Yes, as I mentioned earlier, a smoking hot list of some of the best indie game deals in the Steam Summer Sale is live right now. You won't want to miss that, and your wallet will absolutely thank you. Or it will yell at you. Either way, Patreon members will be enjoying a new episode of the exclusive podcast with me and Silent Sign soon, outside of the Echo Chamber. You can look forward to that releasing on Sunday every week. And that was your week in the indie gaming scene and here at I Dream of Indie Games. Thank you for your continued support of independent content and voice to the voiceless.